what do you think needs to happen between now and there, and the point at which people can just use Bitcoin in their everyday shopping transactions or paying to charge up their electric car? What are the missing pieces that need to be built out?
That's exactly what I do for a living. A lot of those pieces already exist, right? It's just that using those pieces today is not as easy or as widely accepted as using the existing payment
Yeah,
systems.
so the question I'm asking is like, what does it take to get, do you think for those things to become sufficiently proliferated, and who's going to take that action so that it can become a more comprehensive alternative?
Yeah. I think right now what you see is we're kind of starting in the opposite path. Like Bitcoin right now is primarily savings technology. I don't want to spend my Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin is my savings account, and my checking account, my spending money is dollars. Dollars are going down in value, right? They're going down in terms of my spending power, while Bitcoin, because it is deflationary in nature, is increasing in dollar parity. So I want to save in Bitcoin and I want to spend in dollars. Now, the great thing is there are synthetic dollars that have been issued on the Bitcoin network, on the Ethereum network, on many of these layer ones that allow us to hold value in cryptocurrencies as the savings account, but spend in terms of dollars, right? And that trade, as the dollar continues to become devalued and as Bitcoin becomes more scarce and hence more valuable, that exchange rate continues to be favorable to me as a saver of Bitcoin. And so to me, right, the big tipping point is we now have a critical mass of people holding Bitcoin and interacting with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies on a day-to-day basis. We're not using it yet to spend because for you and I, like spending using Apple Pay or whatever else is very simple. We're using crypto right now predominantly as a financial tool to save and invest. That's really where it's starting because the moneyness of crypto, I think, lends itself well to those applications. And I don't necessarily think like spending crypto is the end goal here, because spending is a function that can be done in any currency, right? It's just having the connectivity to existing payment networks. So in my view, it's more about like continuing to popularize this narrative of cryptocurrency as a savings technology.
But at some point, I mean, it's wonderful having 1,000 Bitcoin sitting in your account, but at some point, someone needs vegetables and milk and butter, and they've got to
Sure.
pay the plumber who's fixed the leak.
Yep.
So, in this alternative currency world, this alternative financial system, when does that happen, and what's it look like?
But Azeem, I'm not suggesting that there's only Bitcoin. I think we live in a multipolar currency world where we have many different types of currencies, no longer just dollars. And it's not just Bitcoin, right? I think there are many metaverses that have their own currencies. DM, which is Facebook's currency, and Kakao Talk's Clayton cryptocurrency or
Hmm.
digital currency, right? Like there are many different ways that we'll see the implementation of alternate monetary systems. And that power is no longer just reserved to nation states. I think we're going to see corporation states, but also like decentralized online digital nation states, which I think Bitcoin in a way is. They don't exist in isolation. All of these systems will sort of need to interoperate with one another. And so,
Hmm.
in my view, like it's not about making Bitcoin spendable today. It's about building a big enough sort of like monetary weight around Bitcoin. Because again, what I go back to, right, is this concept of the more mass you have, the more gravity you have. And so right now, the objective is let's accumulate as much mass as possible around Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Because eventually,
Thank
when
you.
our mass is large enough, the gravity that results will consume and start to subsume other financial systems.